So I never expected that the backup lights would have a problem with having a plasma bulb in there. It seems that it's only the backup light that has the problem. Well, I solved the issue why this light was melting. It's exhaust pipe. What I did was, if you see this little can down here, kind of mounted a tin can. Exhaust pipe's supposed to come out and bend, come out this way and down. Well, that tailpipe broke off, so the exhaust is coming out about that far in, but straight on that, right on this area. That's why it melts. It wasn't a plasma bulb, which probably is related to why that light is flickering. Something's wrong with the wire, and maybe something wrong with the wiring in the gas tank. So I got a full tank, and I'm showing, what the hell am I showing here? Like hardly nothing. That's not the float. The float was changed already. It was working and it wasn't working, and now it's not working again. It's probably the ground issue, because the wire isn't grounded good by the float. It's like if you just put that right to ground, that gauge will read full. So it might be related to this exhaust system putting up all that heat up in there, just throwing dirt and stuff, and it might have something to do with that. If that's not the problem, it's in the switch, in the stock, and they still sell right-hand drive switches for that thing that basically are coming from India, but they should still work. So anyway, so one little thing can make a bunch of little problems. That's one of the reasons you want to keep things basically stocked too, because you'll have unanticipated problems if you modify something. But even if you don't fix something, I never thought that exhaust system would, the tailpipe coming off would cause another problem. That's probably why the freaking light shorted out in the first place, because it melted the wiring, and I thought it just rubbed through. And then it burnt the next one. And this time, so I was looking at it, it's a plasma, but now if you feel this with that coffee can here, this is nice and cold. Last night I put my hand here, it was nice and warm, it was really warm. Now with the exhaust directed down, it's okay. But I do have a replacement muffler and tailpipe coming for it. So, well, that's something else, man. If you got a Suzuki, and that light like that goes out like that, that could just be because you're freaking damn, you don't fix that muffler or direct it, put another tailpipe on there and direct it away from those lights. It's going to screw things up. And I don't know if that issue with this tail light is, the turn signal light is up in the stalk, but it's probably related to somehow the heat. It's something to the wiring. I'll figure it out. I'm going to figure it out after when I take the exhaust out, because then I can see under there a lot better. It probably is, I'll examine all the wiring and rewrap it again and stuff, and see if there's an issue with it being burnt. There's probably both issues with the fuel tank gauge, and that is related to that exhaust tailpipe being screwed up. And I didn't care, because I didn't care if it made some noise. It didn't bother me. I said, it sounds good. Leave it alone. And it created more problems. Wonderful, huh? Well, the solution for the burned melted taillight lens was actually the exhaust pipe. And did not realize that. It was coming out behind the bumper. And originally I had another pipe over here that was sticking out this way, straight pipe. It was sticking out right here. And I guess that's when the problems developed. So I put a new muffler and tailpipe on there, and that solved that issue. So there's always another issue. And to put this muffler and tailpipe on, you really need to take out the rear shock to give you enough room to slide it in there, but it's not that big of a deal. And I use stainless steel bolts on the two bolts for the flange, where it joins the muffler to the head pipe or mid pipe, or whatever you want to call that, the regular exhaust pipe. I don't use any. I like to use stainless steel bolts whenever possible, because when you go to change them out again, it's they get too rusty and stuff. So a couple bucks for stainless steel bolts saves you a lot of money. So that should solve that problem. was not the plasma bulb melting it or nothing like that, or something weird with the. But you know, it goes to show you, if you don't do one thing, it leads to another problem. I really didn't care it made a little noise. I didn't realize it was melting that taillight housing. Weird.